How's it going, everyone? Silent here. So you might be wondering why we're starting off with a narration rather than the usual intro that I do with every single video. Well, that's because for the last week, this game has been a big pain in my ass. Also Chelsea's ass. It's been a pain in both of our asses, absolutely. The game has been needier than an ex-girlfriend. A very needy ex-girlfriend that doesn't work, has you working a full-time job and then some overtime for 50-plus hours a week, and then has the audacity to complain that you're not spending time with her. Because you have no time. That's basically how this game feels recently, with the time allotment required to really get anywhere. It's not overly difficult. There are some strategies with some of the things later on in the game, but I don't have the time to be able to go through the day, forget about something very minor, and then have to restart the day all over again. It's been a very vicious cycle of doing that for a while now. So I'm going to go ahead and summarize everything that's happened over the last 6 days, because I have literally, let me take a look at it right now, because I have the folder open. So, hour and a half an hour, that's another hour right there, 2.5 hours, 4 hours, 5.5 hours, 7.5 hours, and then that's it, because that was my vlog video that I have right at the end of there. So, 7.5 hours of recording footage to dig through, and we have only cleared 2 side missions. We haven't even cleared a core suppression in that time. We have done nothing but restart our days all the way back to, I think it was day 36, yes, day 36, and then start over again. And we will be confirming this next set of days to day 41, and restarting everything to day 41 whenever that we need to. Because it has been an absolute pain in the ass. Hopefully I have Lobotomy running in the background while I'm talking here, by the way, but yes. So, summarizing everything that we've done, it started out with mostly a test. So what should be going on right now is we were trying to test out being able to suppress the Blue Star. Because I don't know about you guys, but this is one of the only games that I have ever played where failure or leaving off on a failure for me is completely unexcusable and unacceptable. I actually lose sleep at night thinking about ways that I could have better handled things. Because that's the kind of gamer that I am, number one, and that's just what Lobotomy Corporation does to me. That's how immersed I am in the game. I keep thinking that there's something wrong that I did, something that I could have done. And sometimes, yeah, absolutely, that is the case more often than not. And other times, it just was luck not being on my side with doing things, and shit just happened to fail in just the right order. But we had an idea for Blue Star, which started out with testing out Durbro and trying to shoot him with bullets while keeping everybody in the elevator. I believe it was Flagoniacs that had suggested something similar in the past. If not, it was somebody else, to keep everybody in an elevator and then black shield them for the 7th bullet and just keep loosing a bunch of rounds to see what it does. Unfortunately, the damage was absolutely fucking minitesimal, so we wound up just doing the Rabbit team, which wound up working excruciatingly well, and we just kept a white shield and everybody in the elevator, so you'll be seeing that one next. Now, there was only one issue with what we had figured out. If you guys noticed that my last video ended off on you showing, on you seeing us suppress a certain friend of ours in the facility, which is the Mountain of Smiling Bodies. That's the most recent enemy that we have gotten, the most recent abnormality, rather, and it is an Aleph, of course, and it has a real pain-in-the-ass mechanic that you will see a lot more of in the coming days as well. So, when we went down the managerial tips, one of the things that it says is, I believe, 10 or more employees dying. Now, most people might look at this one, especially with the way that we've played the game up until this point, and think, well, that's no particularly big deal. Well, the wording of this is especially crucial. 10 employees, not 10 agents, 10 employees. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this means clerks. And this is to everybody who doesn't actually play the game that might know. I know that Nui, Cool X, and Flagoniacs, and Dark Nebular Star as well, all know how this is going to work. I know specifically Dark Nebular Star was dealing with this one as well. But this means clerks dying count towards that. Which means that when Blue Star is making everybody go insane and eating all of your clerks, that it released the Mountain of Smiling Bodies. So we're going to leave off on that where we're trying to suppress it, just to show that one, and then we'll continue beyond that point. Are they doing all types of damage?
Yes. My idea works!
Rabbit team is hungry!
But our problem now is move everybody up. We have an Aleph right there.
We also want to test this thing out, I'm gonna be honest
yes,
with you.
I know.
I want to. I want a piece of it.
I know, but move everybody up and only send specific people. So send everybody up to control, and only send who we want to suppress it down to suppress it. That's the thing. No, just click specifically on him. And then go through that, and then click specific people.
True. You.
Michael.
Just starting from up here. So...
Ricky. Izzy.
Well, you use black damage, or at least she does, so maybe not.
I don't. I have DeCapo.
No, I know.
Michael. Send Mike. Mikey. Mikey! Mikey! Alright, I think that should be fine. Slow him down.
You're right. Oh, hello.
Oh, shit.
Wow. All right. Michael got fucking hurt.
Send him into 27th.
Georgia got hurt, too.
A lot of people got hurt. You're the only one pretty much that didn't.
How are you doing right now from that? You're not in welfare anymore, that's right. Do we still have any information on this thing?
No.
Negatory.
On the bright side, because Blue Star absorbs all the bodies, we do not have to worry about it coming into contact with any bodies at the moment. Shoot them with a health
Planning
bar.
on it.
One more.
Yeah.
And then have them meet him over here. Cut him off.
Who has the most black resistance?
Ricky. I have an idea.
Who's
Ricky.
down there?
Ricky.
That time got
Me.
hit. So, that's fine. That's acceptable. Before everybody goes down, though. Did you leave the room?
Yeah, maybe. No, I think I'm still in the room. Yeah, I did.
That's the attack that hurts right there.
It spits some shit at everybody.
That was perfect fucking timing right there. Holy shit.
Wanna know what you could do too? Everyone that's not in something, try sending them to rooms nearby. and try to cut a couple of boxes that we can evacuate a hallway and shoot him with Durbro. Even if it's some damage, it's something.
I think there's a high probability he's going to take 0 damage. So...
We're doing it. We got a big chunk out. We just need we just need to keep swapping and then running after him. I think this thing that we're doing right now is fine.
I mean, I could send you down there too. So
because I don't think he starts with 3 bodies. I think he starts with 1. And we let him collect 2 bodies, so now he's as strong as he can be.
Yeah, probably.
So if we kept me, you, Javid, and Ricky down in Bina's area to just fuck him up. He's spinning in the wrong direction. What you should do, actually, keep me or Ricky in like the room and just swap between us. Have one of us tank it. And then when one needs health, you take the other one out. That way we can keep it confined in one hallway.
Oh, that hurt.
Let's just restart. This is going to take
no, it's going to take way too damn long. I just wanted to test that anyway. So, that being said, we know we can take out Blue Star now. So that being said, we have now tested out how it, functions with trying to suppress the mountain of smiling bodies. I feel we can deal with it so long as it doesn't have all of the ads on it, but we weren't prepared for it at that time. But moving on, we decided to just do a regular day afterwards and work on the mountain of smiling bodies to be able to obtain its gear. Those of you who do not know, the gear that you get from it is called Smile, and it is exceptionally well. It has a hammer that slows everything down. It is a really good black damage weapon that has a ton of different special effects with that special attack that slows everything down once again. And then the armor is, of course, like your basic all-around defense Aleph armor, but with a high resistance to black damage. So we go ahead and we work on it for the day to get that done and complete Record Team's mission. And this is where I'm going to move over to where all the cutscene stuff is, so I'll leave you to it. 0 dead, 98 SP, 94 SP on Fly Guy. Temperance went up on Tiffany. It always says that, but it doesn't do anything, though, is the problem.
I'm the same. Michael's justice went up.
Because, I'm pretty sure it's still going to be a 5 later on. Let's go ahead, and then we'll go grab our food in a minute.
Yeah.
I want to eat. Oh, what are you, a fat kid? Doesn't matter what we pick. Watch it be Little Red, finally. Oh god, I forgot that we can do that now. I've always wanted to know what that one is.
It's just an item.
I know. It was about the time I was born. I asked myself every day what the meaning of my existence was, but you handed me the script and gave me the answer. They say the commentator plays an important role that helps unfold the plot. Well, thank you. It was so much fun reciting your script.
You're like, is this meta now?
Right? That I was able to find the meaning of my existence without noticing the time fly by. Sometimes I have these thoughts. What if the script was part of a never-ending play? Maybe you prepared a play that could never end, just so you could tie me into this knot. If so, would it be appropriate for me to disobey your orders, and obtain my own free will for the first time? Do you think this dialogue was part of the script or of my own free will? That's a good question right there.
Tombstone. Ooh, 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 ooh! It's a uterus!
She's talking about this right here. Well, okay, Chelsea.
Wait, what was her voice? Is it monotone?
Yeah, you did like a really monotone kind of thing.
Are you looking at all the tombstones of this place? It's a sight to see. There have been days where I've spent reading all the meaningless letters written on them.
With like I imagine like a goth girl voice, honestly. Like a
She was
wicked
dead
goth
inside.
girl voice.
I feel dead inside, Bina. I know the feeling. These are also coffins. It's death itself, but also possibility of birth. I've been guarding the coffins for many years. I perform the dedications for those who cannot leave here. That's one of the few things I do here. If you spend enough time in the grave, you can hear the whispers of the dead. The sound of their words so dark it makes me feel like I'm being filled with black water. Seeing as you're taking a look around here, you must be starting to get bored. I don't always have guests, and I would feel bad to only show you these tombstones.
Did you call, Bina?
The boundary of this employee had once crumbled. What's your name?
My name is Nathan.
This one was in charge of extracting ego. He happened to see the inside of the well by chance luckily survived. He had to pay for looking into the well, but they managed to save him by giving him a maximum dose of enkephalin. After that, he was able to return to work. But once you glimpse through the crack beyond the crack of the boundary, you can never go back to the world where you once belonged. Do you want to see something interesting? Nathan, could you tell the manager what you saw and what you had to forget?
From the tombstone, there are sleeping people. Deep down.
They are the ones dreaming good dreams. At the same time, they are called the well in the language of this place.
We need to extract them and inject Kogito.
Then what? What did you see?
That man. That...
Keep going.
He in the well.
He passed out. Poor thing.
The top?
Mm-hmm. They cannot disobey me. And for him to pass out without completing a sentence means that he pushed himself to the limit to obey my orders. I have been seeing what the child saw for hundreds, thousands of times, or even more.
Why am I okay? I guess. Oh, you're asking her. Fucking translation.
Why am I still sane enough to talk with you peacefully? I can barely contain my spirit thanks to my mechanical body. Yes, a strong back that never breaks. But did you forget I was also born from a human mind? However, one good thing, even if I go crazy and run amok destroying everything, including you, I have her to turn my power off. But if that day really comes, I'd rather you kill me than her. It's the least you could do to a confined person as me.
I'm sure we'll find out what that means. Complete a day with one or more employees that has 4 or more ego gift. Easy! So there are our cutscenes for completing the record team's mission. All is going very smooth and well, you would appear to see right here, and unfortunately we make a really big mistake during the next part here. So I'm just gonna let it roll. I'm not even going to talk about it here, in fact.
Yeah, I picked that.
Oh, you picked the fucking... Great, you picked the good one.
So I want to see. Show him that because we never recorded that one.
We never actually recorded this motherfucker.
Throw
but
Steven in it.
You guys all know what it is.
Throw Steven in it.
No, I'm throwing myself in it because I'm the leader of this ship. I am the captain of this vessel.
Okay, you're gonna go down with your ship. There,
I will
Captain?
go down with my ship, motherfucker. Are you going down with me? You going down with me?
Sure.
Fucking Blank does this the same way that we've always done this.
Together?
Motherfucker, yes. I'm doing it!
Going in!
And it just does that. Over. And over. And over. And over. The longer that you're in there, the more energy it gives you.
You were able to get 70. Let's see how much I'm able to get.
It didn't even warn us that I died from any other people, by the way.
So you
Cameron's
got 70.
going in next too.
Oh, you know that would have been a good way to execute people.
Oh, I know.
For items. Let's see how much energy I get. Let's do a competition of who gets the most energy.
All right, that's fine. We're getting Ricky down in this joint too.
We're throwing Michael in there too. Oh, 70. Oh, Tiffrith just didn't like you because Vina said if Vina pointed out I died. Tiffrith just didn't want to point out you died.
Yeah, she probably just don't care. Or
Probably
she's trying to ignore me.
Suppression.
Or she's trying to ignore me.
Yeah.
We've already sent Georgia to his doom enough.
Georgia's been through enough. Throw Holly in.
Jesus Christ, we're throwing all of our best friends in there.
We're going down together. Throw Bass in there.
No!
Fine. Alright.
We're leaving Bass alone. We're leaving him out of this.
Alright. Let's see how
Cameron's next, though. Actually, Kodo's next. Fuck this. I bet we can end the day right now. Just doing this, just grinding everybody. We're terrible people. But apparently you die incredibly comfortably. Alright, well,
Michael gave us left.
Like 30. Which means she'll probably give us even less. Or the same, rather. Because you cannot stop it. Under any circumstance. We're terrible. It's a good thing this is just a game.
Oh, never mind. Javin's probably gonna give us a lot.
Hopefully.
He's probably gonna give us the most. I say 80.
Oh!
Close, 73.
Fucking Cameron.
Ready for revenge.
Oh, I know. I know she says that. She's a crazy bitch. What about you, Ricky? You think you can beat Cameron? I think not. I'm gonna guess that that pterodactyl probably is not going to beat anybody, though.
I think Ricky did.
No, he got 110. Cameron got 170. It was at 200.
Wait, Javin got 170?
173, yeah!
Oh, I thought he did 73.
Hell no, he did over 170, dude. I'm not surprised that Cameron killed everybody's high score, by the way.
So can you sit there and make a leaderboard for this afterwards on the screen?
Yes! Oh god, that's gonna be a great edit later. All is happy, all is joyous, we had some fun there, except that we didn't. Those of you who are veterans of the game noticed that, right? You noticed what we did? Because I didn't know that that was a way that the fucking memory repository works. So, allow me to explain what just happened right there before the reaction for it, and then I'll play that afterwards. If you use the memory repository in the day before you restart the day, it contains and keeps the ego status that you have at the time that you restart. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. All of our Aleph equipment right here just got fucking reset when we went back to day 36. This is the #1 reason why we spent so many hours trying to get shit back over the week. We got it back in the first day for the most part. The only one that was a real pain in the ass was getting the goddamn silent orchestra shit all the fuck over again. If it was not for the fucking silent orchestra, this would have been much faster to complete. But unfortunately, one of the things was that. So we had to do it all over again, and we're going to need to do it even more later on when we need to get more PE boxes when we clear Gabora's suppression and uncap the number of items that we can get. Remember, this is with the knowledge that I have right now on Friday, a week after we did, like, most of these recordings and shit. So, yeah, we were not happy with all of that shit. We had to play a lot of time off camera on top of it to get our shit back. To get everything all over again, because the core suppression days just kept fucking failing. We tried to do, not the core suppression days, but the 3 Aleph suppression. Because we needed to do it all over again without the mountain of smiling bodies, or at least we wanted to be able to clear Blue Star and not have to worry about the damn thing escaping. And that was another monkey wrench that happened right there. So we got all of our shit back, and then the next day we actually managed to do the 3 Aleph suppressions, and we record from there. I'm going to include a couple of the different scenes and the things that happened that we were talking about, just to add in some random hilarious comedy with like a montage of different shit that happened throughout the recording when we were trying to do the 3 Aleph suppressions. And then after that I'm going to play the cutscene that happened when we cleared the 3 Aleph suppressions, because we could do it. We have it on camera that we beat every individual Aleph that we did, but we didn't actually clear the day on camera. So you will be able to see that we can clearly do it. I'll keep all of that shit in there. And then I'm going to play, again, the cutscene that happens when you clear that. So, here we go. That is true. It did. So are you stealing that fucking department again?
Oh, Christian, you
What?
fucked up. Because we threw all of us in it. It got rid of our... Oh, wait, no. Never mind.
No, we just don't have the gear because we pulled it all off of everybody.
I think it was because it fucked... I thought it was because it fucked up because we killed ourselves. Yeah, I think it did that. Because we killed ourselves with the Aleph gear. We don't have it now.
Oh, we just gotta get it again because we didn't have that stuff before anyway.
No, because it kept the
We
smile.
have the smile. Yeah, because we had the smile before.
Yes, but we lost to Capo.
We didn't work with the thing beforehand, remember? We didn't work with all that shit.
Christian, everyone that died doesn't have their gear anymore.
Oh well. We have a memory repository for a reason, so we'll just spend the time getting it back then.
Yep, give.
I'm not particularly worried.
Oh, Javin can't use this.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the temperance right now. Motherfucker! That's Ricky's face right there. Just, motherfucker! Or yelling out, die, faggot.
Probably, yeah.
That's Ricky, just as soon as the curtain opens. Die, faggot! Maybe he's learning his lesson. He's like, I don't want to get my butt slapped anymore. This is annoying. Let me just give you the stupid fucking armor already.
You know what'll really suck? If we get through all of this and then Blue Star pops up in a zone we can't call Rabbit Team 2.
Do we want to just get a shit and then call it? Just restart it and then try the A-lift suppression and continue on with our goddamn lives then?
We have a 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chance. We have a 22% chance that it pops up in the wrong spot.
It's still our exact luck though, and it'll cause a wipe and we'll have to do this all over again. Do we want to do it all over again?
I would rather just risk it for the biscuit. This is relatively easy, to be honest. Once
It's
you
just
suppress
time-consuming as fuck, though.
It's fine. We got this.
Plus, it's on recording, which means now I need to finish it.
It's fine. We got this.
Was that enough?
Nope, we still need more.
Alright, everybody, break.
Alright. All you
You're
ass.
just risking it for the biscuit. You might as well buy the armor.
All you ass nuggets, get up here. Break.
Do the hardest ones first.
I'm okay with that. Then I don't have to split everyone up yet.
Yep. Just makes more sense that way. Do the toughest ones first, and then we just gotta make sure we don't fuck up on the silent orchestra, which is really hard to do because it doesn't even kill when you go insane. We just need to make sure that nobody fucking runs down the fly.
Yeah, fly doesn't fucking...
do a drive-by fucking doomsday. God.
Yeah, drive-by releases a fucking doomsday.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, like, fucking fly.
That was funny in retrospect, but I was so mad.
Yeah,
At the time.
Yeah, we were so happy you got killed by nothing there for a minute.
Right. So he fucking... No, he didn't! The fucker didn't even die from it!
Oh yeah,
because he
ran away. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Fucker runs up to the door, gets ready to whip it with the crowbar, nothing there pops out before he hits it, and he just goes, oh! And then fucking runs away at 230 movement speed in the opposite direction, while everybody else is like...
Now we gotta deal with this shit.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Pretty much that was everyone's reaction. I don't get paid enough for this. And so I was like, hey!
Yep.
That was Fly.
Pretty much. As he's running by.
That would have been Austin.
Just pig squealing.
Alright, let's cross our butt cheeks now.
I always cross my butt cheeks.
There we go.
Every time the fucking hammer comes down, dude. God. Every time that hammer comes down, Hawkman's like, what was that?
What was that?
Just looking up at the ceiling with a fucking broomstick. Oh, God. So I've wanted an answer since the beginning here.
Sorry, I was having too much fun.
We did get it! Even though we did it in the middle of the day, we did actually get to keep it this time.
Yes, we can change anything. But we also had it before, too, didn't we?
We did, but yeah. Yeah. Thank fuck for that part, not affected by the Cliff-Off meltdown. I hear that in my ear. That's weird. Anyway. Yeah, so, we're gonna go ahead and try to do a couple of things today, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off with this.
It should be under Saphira Conversations in Labora.
There's a 5 and a 6. Why
yes,
don't we have 5?
Because of core suppression before and after.
Oh, you're right.
Oh god, what voice am I gonna give her? Well, I know the Lobotomy Corporation is an important... I don't know what voice to give her.
Give her like a something like this. I don't know. Give her like a nasally voice because she's in a helmet. Oh, put your hand over your mouth and talk.
Well, I know the Lobotomy Corporation is an important client, but don't they need to contact you often? This place is grimy like a dungeon, and it's always giving me a bad feeling.
Wait a minute, Captain. We need to explain this to the manager.
Oh, still don't know who I am? Then I'll explain it quickly.
It must be the first time that you participated in an outside meeting, Manager. As we mentioned a few times prior, my company has been signing with some wings for sustainable development and business opportunities. It is also our job to renew the contract with associates of the wings when the time comes. We just want you to be a token manager and fill the slots. I will do the rest of the work.
Business associates? What's a boring introduction?
You can give more detailed information later in private. Right now, let's start the meeting. Why don't you take your helmet off, at least during the meeting?
What? That is the identity of the rabbit. Okay, whatever. This will be simple to explain the contract details from my end. Well, I'm tired of telling you all this again. If you read the contract, everything's there. Do I need to say it one more time?
As I said prior, it's a formal procedure. And I would have to specify again whether you agree to the contract terms or not. The face she's making right now definitely solidifies the voice. I'm glad that I said that.
You haven't changed a bit. Let me tell you about our services. Company R will provide military support and protection from the external threats to Company L. Every branch of lobotomy will be included under Company L, but there may be some exceptions under certain circumstances. When I say an exception, I mean like when it relates to something dealing with the head or eyes. Other things will be on most
part. Okay.
Company L will provide energy to Company R for maintenance purposes. This renewing process will conclude the prerequisite that calls for a mutual and continual agreement between Company W and Company L. And let me see, L will provide all the armaments used for the killing of the abnormalities. All Rabbit Team employees will have their memories erased after the completion of their missions. There will be no questions regarding the functionalities or facilities or the purpose of this place. Lastly, as the captain of the Rabbit Team, I will send my team according to R's guidelines and assume command. That's everything. Please read the contract for the rest of the details.
There's no change in the agreement with Company W. Also, the renewal period will be 1 year, just like before.
You fucked up.
It's just good.
One side note, can change the teleporter for our trip here to something smoother. It seems like my body is being disassembled and leaves all out of sorts.
You are going to have to ask Company W about that. It's out of our control. Gabora, that look on your face, what is that all about? I just fucking threw something out there.
Why are the rabbits even dispatched here? You really know nothing if you're looking down on the rabbits. We concluded that rabbits are the most suitable for the task of slaughtering this place. The rhinos would probably crush the facilities beyond recognition. And the reindeer, except for the machines here, would do irreparable damage to the manager over there. Angela made it clear not to hurt the manager. We always listen to our customers' requests. I'm not talking about the rhinos or the deer. I'm saying that we can handle our own problems. We don't need any outsiders to interfere. What can you do with that tin body, huh? You look weaker than us, can't you see? If it was you from back in the day, then it'll be a different story. But look at you now. As soon as you go to the back alley, you'll be torn apart by those cleaners. The time you soaked everything in sight in red mist is now part of the past. Things are different now, remember that. If I wanted to, I could tear a rabbit like you apart in seconds.
Everyone, please focus on the topic at hand during the meeting. Gabor, the reason for the Rabbit Team being here is to help prepare for the worst-case scenario that is beyond our abilities. I'm sure with your previous suppression experiences that you are well aware of this. The combat skills of mercenaries sent by Company R are on par with that of other wings.
I get a feeling that she's human and not a Saphira.
The rabbit? Yeah, she is.
We can handle our problems on our own.
That was just clear from what that was saying right there.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, she could also be a superior AI thing like Angela. I can prove it now if you want.
I have the compiled statistics. The amount is too vast for any person to calculate. Except for me. The reason why I continue the contract is that taking the risk of involving outsiders is worth every penny. However, the rabbits won't intervene with the general suppression. Calm down and analyze the situation reasonably, Gabora.
Dots.
Well, that's it for renewing our contract. Gabora has been in charge of the basic suppression process, so just ask Gabora for advice or help regarding combat.
Well, I'm sorry that I don't have any questions for you. Rabbits have our own ways of handling things. I don't have anything left to say to you animals. You're done with your business, why don't you leave now? You're being harsh to a fellow back alley member. Are you mad at me because I made fun of you earlier? You think this is funny? I'm not in the mood for your game, so just shut up. I get it. You're mad because you think we broke you and you broke in on your fight. Yeah, I don't need help from the likes of you. Well, we don't have much reason to be here. We'll come when we're called and vanish without a trace when the time comes. I thought you were like me and found joy in slaughter. But you're just crazy. Completely whack. Dots. We are rabbits. We hop around following orders for fresh grass. But you're different. You used to know who your enemy was. Do you know how shocked I am? I never expected to see you like this in a place like here. You were my hero once back when you weren't afraid of shedding blood to protect someone. Please don't taint my memories.
All abnormalities have escaped. Everyone here is dead.
Oh, her name's Callie. Dead? All of them?
I think there won't be any survivors. Abnormalities are not something that we can handle only by ourselves. You must be in danger too. You better escape now. Gabora, I will take part in an experiment soon. We probably will see each other again, but I'm just saying this, just in case. Please take good care of Gilly and Isabel while I'm gone. Well, we have Izzy, so you don't have to worry about her. Izzy can take care of herself. And everyone else. Can abnormalities feel normal emotions when they encounter persons concerned? What choice would they make if they were confronted by a direct situation? The experimentation on this, the results were as expected. What should I do with these? There's a blanket and a few feeding bottles left. I got all the results I wanted from this experiment. The owners are no more, so you can discard them. Mio.
Hey, did the power just go out? I gotta go. Well, I don't think our next meeting will be very peaceful. The rabbit will leave now.
Dots.
The hero is definitely not me. Never.
And that's that. And the reason why we're playing that, if you couldn't already put 2 and 2 together, ladies and gentlemen, because the last time that we were recording, we were trying to complete our 3 suppressions for Alis. We finally did them off camera. Chelsea was able to see what happens when the Hannibal Lecter guy escapes, but has told me nothing about it, so I have no idea what he does. So at least there's only one surprise with that one, but that was completely just... It was not a thing that we could prevent, unfortunately. I want to talk and make a video, which will go out before this one anyway, about how we're going to continue on with the rest of the game, ladies and gentlemen. And just further things that will expose ourselves to, etc., and just how to continue progress forward. But, beyond that, that's really all that we've done. We're going to try to get these core suppressions out of the way, and that is the next thing on the agenda. 41 is the next, thing, right? 41 is, yeah. So we have 3 days? 2 days. 3 days.
2 days.
38, 39, and 40 that we can do core suppressions on. So, we would either have to do that and fuck the missions, or we can try a core suppression or 2 and then reset again.
Let's try a core suppression, because we don't even have a second one unlocked yet. Well, we do have Gabora.
We have 2. We have Gabora, and I was told to do Gabora first. I was highly suggested. What makes you say that?
We have to do Tifereth first.
You have to?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We don't have our core suppression unlocked. It didn't give us the core suppression mission.
So we need to have the... Yeah, okay.
Watch, when it loads in, it says we have to do Tifereths first.
Okay.
We probably have a choice in order between Gabora and Cheesed, but Tifereth has to come first.
No, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Somebody was telling me to do Gaboras as soon as humanly possible because it'll help with Tifereth, but I guess they forgot about that part.
Oh, we have to do an Ordeal of Midnight first. Let's just try it.
Do we want to try the Ordeal of Midnight, or do we want to try the core suppression?
Ordeal of Midnight.
So everything's happy again, right? We got all of our things back, we got another mission done, all the 3 Alephs are taken care of, everything is good and easy, and it couldn't possibly get harder from here, right? This might be super fucking awful.
Yep.
Seriously, right now? Nope! Right when I thought that it was going to get a lot better, it actually got significantly worse, and I got kicked in the fucking balls, starting with this midnight bullshit. So, we still, to this day, have not cleared an Ordeal of Midnight. This was not the same exact recording session as the first time we were going for a midnight. The first midnight we got actually was an Amber Midnight, which I will insert right here for a brief moment to show you some of what it does.
Well, good thing I moved everyone out of the rooms, but it only affected 2.
It is an Aleph. And an Aleph.
Oh, Cool X is in that room.
You might have gotten him killed.
Move him. I don't know how I literally picked up and moved like everybody, and he was the only one that didn't go. Evacuate him upstairs. There's none upstairs. Wait, just double check that my correction.
We're good.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Alright.
Okay, so... Does it actually say what... It's not weak to anything, man. Red is the damage to do.
So, Izzy is obviously in this team.
Do you want to see what it can do with these people first?
Yeah.
It is the most resistant to black. We'll send Ricky. It's going to be resistant to their fucking crossbows anyways, so... Could send Bass for another range, but probably not at the moment.
Just start with those few.
That's all in my right ear, bud. What the fuck? So we don't know what happens over time with this thing. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit, too. We might want to send more people, but I want to see what an attack does first. So I'm going to send other people upstairs that I'll want to send in.
Throw a red shield on top of everybody.
Oh, it says that? Oh, attack type red. Yes, you're right. So I can shield everybody at the door. Cool. Now I can send more range, then. Oh, creep. They just keep vomiting out the lower level shit.
Yep.
That's awful, dude.
Send Kitten into this room. I think Kitten should be able to take out all of the little minis and hopefully food chain.
Well, food chain is going to get targeted. That's incredibly annoying.
Where'd the new one pop up?
For the most part, this fight was incredibly boring. There was a lot of pausing and moving around and trying to rationalize what the hell to do. We didn't have nearly enough coverage to be able to deal with it moving around constantly. The only way I can physically see this one happening is if we have the right amount of rangers in the group pulling people back when it spawns the big worms, and then clearing the big worms primarily before dealing with the hives. And then just making sure that people can move around and keep damage on the hives. Because you have to deal with the big worms that get spit out of it before you get completely inundated with a bunch of ads. That's the only way that you can deal with that one, and it's actually looked at as one of the easier midnights to do. The green midnight, on the other hand, was actually during a core suppression that we were doing for Tifereth. Some of you might have noticed that one in the way, you know, her weird robot body in Central Command while we were trying to do that right there. I don't know if that was on screen or not at the time, but that was when we were attempting Tifereth's core suppression. Her core suppression isn't even that difficult. It's really, it doesn't do anything other than meltdowns happen everywhere, not just where you haven't done the core suppressions for, essentially. So, again, hers is really easy. We just got slapped in the head with a midnight that we weren't prepared for at the time, and then that happened, and then it was a wipe, and I fucking rage quit right there. And that's really the gist of everything that we did right here, guys. Like, honestly, that's all that we've accomplished over the last week. I just have a cutscene here from Hakma when we did another one of his missions, and that's it. That's all we did. That's 100% all we did. We need to clear Cheese's mission and then try out other core suppressions, essentially. And then hopefully clear a fucking midnight, finally. That's what we're trying to do at the moment. And we haven't picked up the game in a little while because I've tried to get a video up and sort through 7.5 hours of footage to get shit going for you. So this narration was recorded before I actually did the video, guys. I hope it worked out really well with what I edited in the background. I really hope that it works, because I don't have time to really do a whole lot and sift through it. I apologize. I'm sorry. I literally don't have time. It is 7:09 right now on a Friday. 2 days from now is my only day off before I wind up going down to fucking visit my family in Virginia for a week. I literally don't have time to do anything right now. And I ran out to the grocery store and all this other shit, so I really only started editing this about 30 minutes ago. So hopefully I got something good for you. Have Hakma's mission cutscene right here, and then that's it. I'm sorry, that's all I got for you guys. Just nothing interesting happened, really. Like, other than the random montage of shit that I put in there while we were trying the 3 A-lift suppressions, the commentary was stale. Nothing happened. There was nothing pushing forward. This game is just a terrible Let's Play. Like, I know you guys are definitely like a niche fandom that really enjoys Lobotomy Corporation, and I'm grateful for that. I'm glad that there are people watching it, but from the outside, thinking about other people trying to view the game for the first time and get interested in stuff in it, I can't just record and then put in all the shit and jump cut things for 10.5 fucking hours of footage and nothing is happening in the game. There needs to be progression. There needs to be things that happen, and stuff needs to continue to push forward. If you guys want a prime example of a Let's Play that is very similar to this one, that it reminds me of, and I get really bad flashbacks of it, to the point that it puts me in, like, cold sweats, in, like, nightmares at night thinking about it, look up Yume Tuki for my playlists, okay? It is a fan-made sequel of the RPG horror Yume Nikki. This game reminds me exactly of it. I just wanted to clear it. I really enjoyed the game and the fun stuff, but it was an awful fucking Let's Play because there was so much downtime and so much time required to get through it. The difference between the two is that there wasn't a walkthrough that worked in Yume Tuki, but there is for this, because it was poorly translated and it didn't make sense, and some things were like 10 patches behind and were not in the same area. But anyway, I'm going to leave that here, guys. Have Hakma's cutscene. Sorry, but not sorry at the same exact time. That was exactly enough works, dude. Beautiful. Pause it. No ring, though, unfortunately. Alright, cool. We're done. Welfare team for the Aftermath 4, clear. Record team, Virtue of Governance, clear. Now we need to clear some fucking midnights.
Yep. Let's see what they got for these stat-ups, though.
Dots. I was recalling your footsteps. While there were cliches, you sometimes made the results more exciting by acting in an unexpected way. Still, the endings were all the same, no matter how the process went. Do you want me to share the memories through a hologram? That was you in a mess when there wasn't a cognition filter. I didn't know what a human's mental capacity could be. I didn't know that a human's mental capacity could be so weak. You did all right for the first couple of times, but then, one day. And at that time, it was a little funny. I'm sorry, you came all this way, but you weren't able to escape from your guilt and hung yourself. Well, you were stopped immediately. And at this time, you were not fully ready. After that, I slowly realized that it didn't matter if you were mentally whole or not. What mattered was that you needed to find enlightenment about something to stop this endless cycle. Oh, at this time, all of a sudden, you began apologizing to me. This was... I didn't enjoy it.
Keep watching.
Are you starting to enjoy this?
I'm gonna be right back.
I would love to see more, but let's stop here for today. You might see something that you're not supposed to see yet. I'm gonna wait for you for this one, okay? You may think.
I love how his eyes are green, by the way, completely different than everyone else's.
Yeah, right? I have noticed that. Well, I bet there's kind of a reasoning. I'll say this much, I know a thing about Hakma, not from my own spoiling, but for what people said in the comments. It's information that we should know from what is given. So, it's not like it's a spoiler, per se, but it would have been nicer if I had figured it out on my own and not because I read people deciphering cutscenes, so I recommend avoiding the comments for the recent videos until we complete his storyline.
But I can tell there's something up with him.
Yeah, and for a reason. For a good reason. And when it pops, you're gonna be like, oh my fucking god.
Alright, go. Go, go, go.
You may think that I do not know anything about what is going on up there. But it is you who don't know. Who doesn't know. Pain, agony, regrets, and the shadows of the past that will never let you go. They've spent quite a lot of days with you, but it's nothing compared to our time together. They didn't know you. Those who could not accept their fate seemed to be up in arms about you. Like that person who broke himself whenever he's ordered to execute redaction. Unnecessary expression of emotions is unfavorable. I need to show you, to let you know it. There was an employee named Anya who had her parents and a little sister. She wanted to study, but her family's financial state didn't allow her. Wow, I fucking relate to that. She tried to join other wings, but she was not good enough for them. In such hard times, she received a mail from one of the wings, Lobotomy Corp. A letter with a very simple yet magical line that says, "Dear Miss Anya." But that's what it says at the top. You are qualified to join Lobotomy Corporation. Awestruck, Anya read down the letter over and over again. It didn't seem like someone was pulling a prank or the mail courier's mistake. At that instant, she realized she never applied for Lobotomy Corporation. But soon, she shook that thought off. It wasn't important. I was the courier. I delivered those letters to people. I grant their wish after evaluating them. Anya wasn't selected because of the excellent skill. She had a common trait that every employee doesn't realize but has. As you know, to become a feather, a part of a wing, you need to be immensely better than ordinary people. How could Anya, who couldn't graduate from school, had no skill, and were living in a back street outside of the nest, join our company? Could her family finally find happiness? All this happened 10 years ago. During that time, her sister died from a disease and her parents passed away. Where's Anya now? Without her family? She is asleep. Down here. It's within my scope of authority to do so, but I'll grant you access for this time. Wake her up, please. This is an interesting cutscene. Now Anya is at work, feeling like a fresh employee who just joined the company. Completely oblivious to the fact it's been 10 years since she actually joined us. Now erase her, please. What the fuck? How do you feel? Anya, who was killed by a monster, and Anya, who you just erased, are the same. They all evanescently lost their lives. It is such a futile action to wake them up and erase them again and again. Your, or Saphira's attachment to the employees is meaningless here. Everything alive in this facility is paused. They wait for the morning with their eyes closed every night,
The ones up there didn't know that. They were emotionally spending the deaths. I hate the fucking English in this game. Dear God. They crumbled. They pointed their obscure anger to the ones like you. Do not worry. I will not do that. I have always wanted to be an important part of your life. For those of you who wonder why I stumble on words so goddamn badly in this too, on top of it, it's... If anybody here has ever tried voice acting or reading a script in front of people, even if you've, like, when it's practiced, you still fuck it up. When you're sight reading something for the first time, and there are grammatical errors with it, oh my god. You said Bina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will open the extraction team, Bina. That was a fucking screwy cutscene. I don't even know how to process that. I'm not sure if I want even people to, like... Oh, we're doing the limit on temperance first before prudence. I don't even know if I want people to
What's
actually,
what?
like... That was a limit break on temperance.
Alright.
To 120. I don't even know if I want people to talk about, like, what just happened in that cutscene. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not sure that I want that, like, explained to me. Because, like, I kind of wish that I had figured out the thing with Hakma before I had read about it. Because I would have figured it out. I had suggested it. I thought about it at first.
Alright, ready to start the day?
Yeah.
Ready to see what this thing is?
Let's do it.